Last time on Super, Goku finally joined the battle against Moro on Earth, but before he could take on the big bad himself, he began force-feeding Saganbo power-ups so he could get a glimpse of the new things Goku has learned.
Pop goes the weasel.
Looking utterly drunk or downright possessed, Saganbo stands still ready to fight. How is this possible? Gohan has to question if he's somehow even stronger than before. Speculating, Jocko thinks that maybe Moro gave him another power boost when he whacked him away a minute ago, when he quite literally appeared to shoot him with a spirit gun. To the horror of our characters, Moro queries his underling if he's still able to fight. Clearly not in his right mind, the henchman exudes,
Of course, Lord Moro!
Ushering his master to grant him a bit more power. Knowing you can't just force-feed people power like this, Goku hollers that his body's at its limit. He's gotta stop pumping him with energy. Even amidst battle, Goku tries to warn Saganbo to cut it out. Any more of this will wreck his body.
Son Goku, I wish to see that technique again. Show it to me. It wasn't in that form you employed those high-speed moves, correct?
The wizard snarls that until he shows him his earlier form, he will force Saganbo to continue fighting. Taking the fight to its source, Goku's swing is effortlessly blocked by Moro as the Saiyan bellows. Enough! I'll show you what you want to see! Up close and personal!
Lord Moro, he is mine! To the feast!
Just like that, Saganbo's body collapses under the forced energy. This is likely a fate very similar to the one King Kai feared when teaching Goku the Kaioken all those years ago. Moro only smirks.
He couldn't even withstand that smidgen of energy. How pathetic.
Oh, wasn't that your friend? Goku angrily asks.
My friend? I have no friends. Those were my soldiers. They may be gone, but I can always collect more.
Seems Goku forgot what an utter scumbag this guy is. But like most villains, Moro doesn't care about his opinion and the Saiyan's free to think as he likes. Bringing Goku to resolve. Fine, I'm ready to show you the power I've gained to beat you. Exactly what the villain wanted to hear. Powering up, Moro immediately realizes this is no mortal ability. And he's right. Goku has tapped into Ultra Instinct at will. His time with Mirror is clearly paying off. This is the initial stage of the technique of the gods, Ultra Instinct Sign, also known as Omen. From a distance, Gohan and Piccolo look on in amazement and confirm the previous statements. Apparently familiar with this form, Moro grunts.
To think such a lowly life form could use such a divine technique. How surprising.
But not in the mood to talk. Goku wants to get this started.
As you wish, son Goku.
Seeing that the main event is finally starting, Piccolo states how the fate of Earth, no, the fate of the entire universe is riding on this fight. Literally throwing punches. Our heroes have to ask aloud if Goku's attacking. Cueing them in, Jaco explains how he is, with air blasts. He thinks he's whipping his fists really fast to fire off blasts of air.
What's a pesky attack? This technique boosts heightened agility. So be it. I need only to immobilize you.
Using a type of key-based shackles to restrain Goku. He questions if that was Moro's magic. And it was an example of, but one of many of his techniques. On Yardrat, Vegeta can sense that Moro himself is finally making his move. And the one opposing him is Kakarot. Will the presence of his rival influence Vegeta's decision when he'll return himself? Blasting off some lightning, Goku warns his friends to get back. His son exclaims, "Sure thing. Go all out and don't worry about the Earth. We've already gathered up the Earth's Dragon Balls. They're at Dende's place. That means we can always put everything back to normal." With this understood,
through the illusion. How perceptive.
yeah, I've seen that trick before. Regrouping with the androids. From what 17 has gathered, Goku's here. His sister questions if he's come back stronger than ever. Which is hard to say because they're not able to read his ki. But if the fight before Vegeta, and the fight before Ginyu, and the fight before Frieza, and the fight before Cell, and the fight before Buu, and the fight before anyone else or anything to go off of, it's likely a safe bet. To Gohan, it seems that both of them are on equal footing. His lifelong friend disagrees. It's close, but Goku is clearly faster. So, he can win? In theory, yes, but Moro still hasn't tried absorbing energy. And speak of the Goat Devil, that's exactly what Moro's next move is. Looks like he actually doesn't want the smoke after all that trash talk. Vanished again!
Oh, as I thought.
Although Moro continuously tries to steal Goku's energy, each time he's thwarted by his foe. Goku's moving at top speed to dodge the energy absorption. This way, Moro can't get a beat on him long enough to do anything significant. This basically takes care of Moro's main move. Things are looking up for the fighters of Earth. Goku won't get his energy stolen if he can keep this up, and given he's already got an advantage in the battle.
He can win! He feels great! He can do this!
Letting out a sigh of relief after that last kick. Piccolo smirks.
Classic Goku. Who knows what kind of hellish training he's been through?
The Sun adding. And he probably still has that Ultra Instinct form left. The one with the silver hair. While it remains to be seen if Goku has truly mastered the peak of Ultra Instinct. We join Baars, Maris, and Whis on the Universe 7 planet of destruction. The latter two watch in on the battle intently. Whis is elated to see his sometime student's progress, complimenting the job Maris has done, just as Baars begins to grumble about being hungry. He turns his head back to question Maris. Hey kid, you spent a good long time in the mortal realm. Know any tasty recipes? Who explains he was enlisted with the Galactic Patrol, so he's afraid not. Prompting the Destroyer to gripe what a waste of space he is. Leading the Senior Angel to beckon. Has Goku mastered Ultra Instinct then? Can we expect to see that silver hair? Maris reveals. No. About that. The combat's slowing for a moment. Moro questions what's wrong. Goku seems so eager to be done with this.
You believe you found a way around my energy absorption, but you've made a grave error. I only consume energy to fill my stomach. Weakening my opponents and strengthening myself are only fortunate side effects. Neither is the primary goal. As such, I will happily devour your energy after you're defeated.
But defeated? How does he plan on doing that with things going the way they are?
You thought this was all I could muster. You fool.
What? What'd Moro just say?
Moro hasn't been fighting at full strength?
The heck?
I've consumed countless planets since our previous encounter, all of which have filled me with enough power to transcend the very gods.
With this power-up, our bystanders begin to panic, never feeling energy this immense. much his own speed has increased. Moro sneaks up and grabs Goku from behind, who screams for him to get off. He utters,
"Now I understand why you didn't employ this form during the fight against Saganbo." It's because you can't maintain it for long.
Something Moro must have noticed moments ago when he asked Goku why he seemed so eager to be done with this. Rejoining the conversation with the angels, it appears Goku is only able to achieve the sign level of Ultra Instinct, never managing to activate the true form. A fact that doesn't bode well with Whis. Sign serves as the gateway to Ultra Instinct, but it isn't stable. Maintaining that instability consumes an enormous amount of stamina. It inquires if Maris was aware of this. Who was? This battle hinges on Son Goku's ability to manage that energy drain while keeping up Sign as long as possible. Now with his adversary on the ropes, Moro continues.
You hoped to bring our battle to a hasty conclusion while you still had the stamina for it. But too bad for you, I've been waiting for your inevitable decline.
Our hero knows he should have realized Moro already knew about his weakness. But still, if you were just stalling for time, that means you don't think you can beat me when I'm at my full power. So if I keep hitting you with all I've got, I can still win this. He apologizes to Maris, but a stamina balancing act during battle isn't his style.
So you still had some power left. Good. Now I'm intrigued.